Find your chillon. I was talking to a good friend of mine over the phone. His name is Ian Giddens. That brother is a deep thinking brother like myself. I like to connect with guys who have similar conversation and similar types of energy. In our conversation, he said something I thought was amazing. We were talking about farming, growing our own food, and being independent. We also began to talk about how much money we would need to stop working for somebody else. We were trying to figure out our individual numbers that would allow us to comfortably take care of our families. This is where Ian says something that I found to be amazing. He asked me, "What is your chillon?" He explained to me that a chillon is the amount of money you will need to take care of your family for the rest of your lives. You can chill forever. If you were to sit down and think about this number, it would all make sense. That number must be realistic though. Example, my number is $3.5 million. This is my personal number, so let me break that number down for you. From this 3.5 million, I expect taxes to take half of that. I've never been in this tax bracket, but I hear what happens with people who are making this type of money. I will just roll with half being taken away from me for the sake of this text. This leaves me with 1.75 million. I believe in God, so I will use 400,000 to pay my tithes and help others. Helping others is important to me. About 180,000 will pay my house off. 80,000 will take care of my student loans. I will set aside 50,000 to splurge. From this 3.5 million, this leaves me with $1,040,000. I believe that 5% interest of this number should be enough for me and my family to live on. With a paid off house and absolutely no debt, a little over $50,000 a year should be more than enough. I will also make other investments from that $50,000. Think about it. There are people who make less than $50,000 and they have mass amounts of debt. These people have car notes, rent, mortgage, loans, kids, etc. Imagine if all you had to pay for were your kids and the property taxes on your home. It would be a lot easier to help your family members who need you financially. When you find your chillon, you will be in a comfortable space. Now that you know this, the next step is figuring out a way to get to your chillon. Here is a little more perspective for you. Would you rather work 30 years and retire from a job that will only pay you so much every month? Not only that, by the time you are able to get those benefits from your job, you are 30 years older, depending on when you started working there. Wouldn't you rather just find your chillon? Reaching that number may not take you 30 years. Imagine reaching that number in less than 5 years. Depending on how old you are, you can still be super young enough to enjoy your fruits. A lot of times I see old men driving these nice sports cars. I often assume that they just retired, and that is their retirement gift to themselves. I could be wrong though. Why not work extremely hard for yourself? Why not do whatever it is that you love to do? Why not find a way to monetize your passion? I know for a fact that life is more fulfilling that way. The bottom line is, if we can figure out a way to find that chillon, life becomes that much more relaxing. Suddenly, you don't have to tolerate disrespect from a job anymore. Suddenly, you begin to feel free with less pressure. Finding that chillon doesn't sound like a bad idea, huh?